Yeah, start anyway. Yeah, recording started. So now you can start, seniors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Archit.
Gaurav, please go on.
Yeah. Archit, next slide, please. Move to the members, man. Yeah. So, guys, first of all, let's introduce all the members of the Code Club JUSL formally. This is Gaurav Damani. I'm currently the lead of Code Club JUSL, and I'll be joining Amazon as a software development engineer this year. Secondly, we have Devdatta Biswas, who is an integral member of data structures and algorithm team. She'll be joining Amazon as well. Then we have Nishant
Yeah,
Singh
thank you,
Raj,
sir.
who's
Yeah, thank you for your nice presentation.
also an integral member of TSA team. He'll be joining Amazon as well. Next, please.
And if you see the comment box, you will be amazed to see the comment by the
Archit, next, please.
Yeah.
Then we have Arnab Kundu, who is also a member of TSA team and the competitive programming team as well. He is also from IT fourth year, and he'll be joining Microsoft as a software development engineer this year. Then we have Doipan Mukherjee, who is also a part of the data structures and algorithm team. He'll be joining Amazon as well, and he is currently the placement coordinator of IT department. Yeah, next. So these are the three current members from third year for Code Club. First of all, we have Archit Ranjan, who is a mentor from IT third year. He'll be joining Flipkart as a software development engineering intern. Then we have Shubham Shah, who will be joining Salesforce as a software intern. And then we have Ritvik Raj as a mentor, who will also be joining Wells Fargo as a software intern. So these guys would also be acting as your mentors in case you have doubts in any coding related topic. Next, so basically we wanted to discuss the Code Club activities. So we are starting from 2019 when we, the fourth years, kind of took command of the Code Club along with the third years. So the major activities which Code Club provides is first of them is coding sessions. We kind of understand that not all of you are here from a coding background. Some of you might have had coding in 11, 12. So we consider that fact. That is why we have divided the sessions into three parts. First is basically for the beginners who have no experience in coding. So no issues, guys. We'll be, taking sessions from right basics. Then we have a data structures and algorithm session wherein people who have experience with the syntax of languages and all, we try to give you more experience with coding and try to prepare you for interview, questions which are probably going to come in your interviews and sort of questions. Thirdly, which is competitive programming. I don't know if you guys are aware of what competitive programming means, but then it is a fairly advanced stage of programming, and I don't think so we are starting competitive programming any soon, because first of all, for beginners we need to do with introduction and data structures. You need to be very strong to even think about starting competitive programming, right? Second, we have monthly contests. So we the fourth years and sometimes even the third years help us. We try to arrange regular monthly contests for our juniors, which kind of go to questions which you won't find a solution to on the internet for sure, because we don't encourage cheating of any kind. And we kind of keep prizes as well, Amazon vouchers or cash prizes, so that you guys kind of get fascinated for it. Then we have a mentorship program as well. Now, what is this mentorship program? Is basically all of you students, newcomers, would be assigned a mentor, and when you are stuck somewhere, you have someone to help you. We'll give you the contact details of who your mentor is. Each mentor has three students he has to attend to, and that is basically set by the code club. Then we have frequent ask me anything sessions by our alumni, which is a small live video where they come up and try answering your questions. And these are members from really reputed companies, and they have a lot of experience. So we take time to kind of arrange these sessions for you guys so that you can benefit from it as well. Yeah, Archit, next please. Yeah, so 2020, which is this year, when the third years also joined us, and we started, certain things which are completely new and have never been done by the book club. First of which was mock interviews. So before the intern season of the third years, what we thought of is basically we should kind of give them a mock preparation for the internship because it is the first time they were going to face an interview or something of that sort. So we kept a monthly challenge coding contest for them, and the top 20 performers were basically allowed to have a mock interview with some of our pass outs from really reputed companies like Microsoft, Amazon, and whatnot. And so that they can kind of understand the pattern of questions which are asked and ask for guidance before they actually sit for actual interviews. Then we kept a kind of a small web development session where we had workshops on LearnStack to get the people started with development because people generally tend to ignore development and all when they get into coding. But then for all-round development, coding is not something which is the only thing. You have to have a all-round development which is important. So we focus on everything, not only coding. Then Code Club JUSL also organizes the screening contest and evaluation. For those of you who don't know what screening is, well, there are certain companies which allow only the IT department and CSC department to sit for it. So for other departments like power printing, electrical or mechanical or chemical, whichever you can think of, Code Club JUSL organizes a contest just before the intern season and the placement season for the final years. We organize a contest, and the top performers from there are selected, and they are allowed to sit for the same company in which IT and CSC is also allowed. So basically, they need to prove themselves to be able to sit with IT and CSC, and that contest is organized by members of Code Club JUSL. So that's a big thing for Code Club as well. Then 2020, basically we had the first hackathon ever organized by in JU by Code Club. It was a virtual hackathon. Well, it had a lot of cash prizes for the participants. It was basically a kind of a competition where they worked hard on a project to work. But from our point of view, it was something else. We wanted to motivate our juniors to work on the development. Moreover, we wanted them to get an experience of open source contribution. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of what open source is, but in the question and answer, we can kind of discuss it because it's important. We also wanted them to have and build a sensible project which they can at least write in their CV so that it basically increases their weightage in interviews when they sit for internships, because having a good project in your CV is important for you to crack internship opportunities and placement opportunities. So basically our motive was to arrange a kind of a hackathon where they can at least build a good project. The judges and each team was basically provided with mentors first of all, which were our recent pass outs from top companies, and judges were also pass outs from JU, and they were from Microsoft, Deutsche Bank, and Salesforce, as far as I remember. So yeah, it was a good opportunity, and it was the first of its kind, and people highly appreciated it. It was a great success as well. Right, Archit, next. Okay, Nishant, take over, man.
Cool. So can so this slide goes on with the yeah. So this slide goes on with the you can see some of the photographs of the Code Club classrooms. How do we interact with each other? How do the participants, like the students who come for the sessions, discuss their doubts and the questions they are given, they solve in a collaborative manner. Other than that, you can see that some noise is coming, Archit. Yeah, thanks. And other than that, it has this is the code this is the hack and chill image which is already discussed by the by Gaurav. And other than
Yeah,
that, I
sorry,
don't see anything. Can we move on to the
Archit, please mute yourself till the time till your turn is coming. Okay, because it's creating some noise. Archit,
uh, Archit
yeah.
is presenting right? Yeah. So can we move on to the next slide, Archit? Yeah, so these are basically the numbers, how popular the culture is going in JU. For the DevWeb registrations, there were more than 150 plus participants. What is DevWeb? So this is basically a contest, not contest kind of thing. It's basically a development session in which everybody is allowed to participate, and they have to develop something. And other than that, the seniors also guide in creating something very exciting and creating something which is like a real life thing or solving some real life problems. And this also shows like the number of mentors you are getting. So around it is around 30 plus mentors, so at least you can expect a like every student has a mentor, so he or she can discuss their doubts with them. And and you can guys discuss anything with them, like what you're trying to think, and they will guide you to the most optimal solution, as well as to how you are approaching towards your internship or placement things, right? And other than that, we do have more than 50 plus contests organized on different platforms where you we are allowed to compete with each other, and the results are published as well. And we also provide the cash prizes as well, some Amazon vouchers or sometimes the cash prizes directly. And we do have more than like 100 plus sessions for these activities, like for C++ kind of thing, for teaching one language and then going with the DSA kind of things. So can we move on to the next slide? Yeah, so you can see like the feedbacks, the appreciation which came from the lot of people, like how Code Club helped them in a various ways. So you can just look over those feedbacks. I have nothing to more talk about this. Can we go on to the next slide? Yeah. So basically, I will now talk about the roadmap. So what you are
Yeah,
allowed to
I'll
like.
take over it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So Archit, I'll share my screen then. Okay. Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So before, like after joining the IT department, you must have come across terms like competitive programming, machine learning, etc. But before indulging into all those specialization, first thing you should do is that you should clear your basics and you should have a strong foundation. So for that, first and the foremost thing you all should do in your first year is you should learn one language in depth. So there's plenty of options, but Java, C++, Python are the most common ones. Within this also, I'll suggest that you all should try to know Java or C++ well, because some of the companies don't allow Python in their online assessment exams. Going ahead, be after that, after you're familiar and accustomed with one language, you all should move on to data structures and algorithms. As we mentioned earlier, sir, one of the advantages we had in our first year is that we had DSA this subject in our second semester. Karthik sir took it, but the CSC people had it much later, I think in their third or fourth semester. So getting introduced to arrays, linked list, and this basic stack and queue helps you to solve a lot variety of problems. So I'll suggest that first you all should read some articles on these data structures and start solving problems, because when you start solve problems, then only you get learn more and more. Just reading won't do much good to you. So going ahead, for practicing, there's various platforms. You all can see which platform you're most comfortable with and carry on. So for lead code, like lead code has a wide section of problems. So you can sort it by company wise or category wise, like particular topic, etc. Then there is Geeks for Geeks. From my point of view, I'll recommend for articles, because their problems are not much so strong in test cases. And then there's interview bit is especially important during the last final brush up time, because they have like mock interview practice, etc. And they have very few problems, but their quality of problems is very good. And another thing I'll suggest for you guys is binary search. This is not very popular, but I find it very useful, because it has a good set of questions. You can solve company specific questions as well. And also another thing I find it good is because it has a create room facility where you can basically practice together. Like you all can select the difficulty level, the timing, the companies and the topics, and then you all can make a group of 4-5 friends and solve two problems together to see where you all stand. Also, going ahead, while solve, it's not just important to solve problems. You all need to take part in contests as well. Like in my time, I always used to think I'm not prepared enough to take part in contests. But actually, while taking part in contests, you learn a lot. Like every contest comes with 3 or 4 problems, and through those problems, even after the contest, even you see those editorials, you'll get to learn a lot. So yeah, right from the beginning, I'll suggest you should take part in contests. On that note, the Code Club JUSL organizes normally contests every month. Plus, these 4 websites mentioned, I have also organizes contests from time to time. You all can take part in that. Then moving ahead, after you're familiar with any particular language and your data structures foundation is strong, you all should move into development. And I think Ritvik can take over from here.
Yeah, so hello everyone. So yeah, as you've heard, all our seniors tell you everything about how to go after an internship and how to prepare yourself to be a better computer science student overall. So you see, being all the 5 points or 4 or 5 points we have, they are like you'll give that priority number one. But there are other interests as well. People look to explore, people look forward to learn. So like there are people who want to get into research, and there are people who want to uh, try open source, go for GSOC, go for Outreachy and other open source. There are different programs which go through. So we have Shubham, who is selected for Mitax Canada this year, and last year he was selected for uh, Aalto, which is a university in Finland. So now, if you want to go about it, and there is CP, which competitive programming. It's a short form for competitive programming. And how do you go about it? So you, like, the first 4 points are the basic cases. Like you have to do that. Like no matter what you're going for, you need to go through it, and you need to learn a programming language. You need to have your data structure strong. Then you can go to different websites like CodeChef, CodeForces, AtCoder, TopCoder, and there are different websites which host contests. And it's a sport. If you want, you can try your hands at that as well. So yeah, that is it. And then we can go to the next slide, I guess.
Okay, Doipan, will you take over?
Yeah. Is it about the placements?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Why not? Okay, cool. So, all right. So I'm pretty sure most of you have gone through updates on our Facebook page, but just to reiterate, if you're looking for opportunities to get into the industry straight out of college, you'll have plenty of them on campus. So in terms of people, your seniors who are over here right now, you'll see there's a large variety even right now, but just to iterate some of the companies that we have coming, there's the Shaw, Coordination, DirectTie, Goldman Sachs, Amazon, Microsoft, Salesforce, pretty much anyone you can think of. We are also looking to sort of build better relationships with startups, like startups who just IPOing, unicorns and the like. So hopefully by your time, you'll even get to see these companies on campus. But these are the ones that usually recruit from our department and in general from our university. So a few years back, the IT department was lagging with respect to the CSA departments in terms of like placement statistics. That is very much not the case right now. We've caught up very well. And I really hope that you guys will continue the same trend. In terms of exact numbers, these numbers and the others are available on our page as well. So that's where we update things very regularly, usually regularly. So you can keep track of the exact numbers over there. So this is this year's number. Last year's number, in both in terms of mean CTC and median CTC, was about 3 LPA lower. So you can see the progress that we've been making, and I'm pretty sure you guys will keep up the trend once again. But anyway, so if you have any further questions with regards to placement, just ask it in the Q&A session, and I'll be happy to answer. But yeah, someone else can take over the next slide. Thanks.
Okay, so we have the Q&A session now. So whatever doubts y'all have, y'all can go ahead with it.
I think there were already some questions posted in the Google form, so you know, so
Yeah,
if you,
Yeah,
let's
let's
answer that.
start with that form.
yes. Gaurav, can you share the questions on the screen?
Wait, I'm sharing. Okay, let's go one by one. Wait, is my screen visible?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so start taking the questions. Right, Archit, how to start proper coding and participate in competition?
Yeah, just learn a new language, whatever you're comfortable in. Preferably C, because you will be having C in first year. No, actually C++, and we will. Before participating in competition, you will get many competitions that will be organized by Code Club GSL itself. So that will be a good starting point. And after that, you will be participating in college fests, Srijan. Then, like I love participating in competitions when I was in first year. So I used to go to every tech fest that is happening in Kolkata and around, like in IIT Kharagpur, etc. So just start doing it, and you'll be good to do. How to join?
Okay, next.
Basically, all the contests, like they are hosted on HackerRank or like any platform. So you just have to make an account and sign up for it.
Is there anything more in the chat?
No.
So let's
Move
go on
ahead.
with the next question. When should we start data structures and algorithms, and to what extent should be proficient in one language to understand the concepts and implement them properly? Also, besides CP and contest, how can we upgrade ourselves in coding? So I think Gaurav is the right person to answer this. Gaurav, are you there?
Yeah, sure. What's the question?
Yeah, the second one.
When should we start data structures and algorithms? Like whenever you are okay with one of the languages, you can start. You could start with C. You could go for C++ after C, because C++ is basically an upgradation of C. You could go for Java, ISC Peeps. You could go for Java directly. And then once you are comfortable with a particular language, then you can jump into data structures from the sites which Devdatta mentioned. And Code Club would be arranging sessions focusing on individual data structures, and then you will be comfortable. Also, besides CP and contest, how can we upgrade ourselves? So CP is a thing which is not very near in future. First, let's go for data structures, and then we'll organize CP also. We have really great competitive coders in our department. So they would take over the sessions and you would get to learn. Upgrade ourselves in coding is basically you'll have to keep coding, basically. You have to keep yourself in practice. And yeah.
There's a
Okay,
nice
so
question in chat I would like to answer. So this person basically asked that you guys are talking about CP, but ITCS isn't only bounded by with only this thing. Yes, very good. Is there any course or workshop available in Code Club for cybersecurity related things, or just any senior who is pursuing those things so that they can guide us? So from the time I have joined Code Club, we have had sessions on app development, machine learning, web development, and a lot of other things as well. There was one senior who was interested in game development, so he started teaching game development to us. Now we haven't had cybersecurity yet, but like first time for everything. So if you are interested, then you can start studying. And in fact, you can take a session for us too. So there's no rules or bounds on that. Like anyone who knows something can come here and teach us. And GSOC, Ritvik Raj did GSOC this time, so he can, like, you can ask him for the preparation and all.
Yes.
If you guys know what is GSOC.
Yeah, first I need to know what it is. So yeah. How to join the Code Club? You're already a member of the Code Club, I guess. So
If you are in the WhatsApp group and
yeah,
you have
you
like
just need to
Facebook
get into the WhatsApp group.
yeah. I'd like
Also,
to-
I'd like to add one more thing to the to that question you said that like ITCAC isn't all about CP. So yeah, it isn't all about CP. We know that. So the thing is that you need to find the person who has a similar interest to you. Like as Archit said that we are not having someone good at cybersecurity or pursuing cybersecurity. But JU isn't just the IT department, right? Because you need to find you'll go on LinkedIn and you'll find someone who's doing this, and then you can connect with him. And then if you feel that is something we should teach, and you have someone who could teach that for us, so you could let us know, and then we can have a session on that as well.
Yeah, cool. Moving on to the next question. I think it's a
There's
repeated
one
one.
more thing, like if you guys, like he's saying, ETC first year. So yeah, Code Club JUSL is not limited to IT only. If you have friends from other departments, they are more than welcome.
Yeah, so for the third question, I think how to start coding is already answered. And from where should I practice is already answered. Like you have to practice from, well, as D said, you have to practice from LeetCode and binarysearch.com. And for like competitive programming, you can go on Codeforces and Codesef any day. And what language should I learn first? So this has already been answered. It's either Java or C++, anything you can choose. Don't choose Python. It's a suggestion, but you are, it's you can if you want. Next question is, I know few things about coding. Can I join the club? So as Archit said, you're already a member of Code Club. And I also want to know what is the benefits of joining the club. So what is the benefit of joining the club? So anybody would like to take this?
Benefits
I
of joining the club. Uh, you'll get to meet a lot of people who have similar interests as you. You'll get to learn, because learning is not something like monologic. It is like the more you share, the more you learn. We've always known that. So you'll get to know people. You'll get to know seniors. You'll get to know people from different field as well. So yeah.
Also, if you start early, you will spend more time with your basics, and your basics will be like super strong. And yeah, so these are the benefits. The next one is, what club activities will be done? Which programming language is required? So anybody would like to take this?
What club activities will be done? Anything which you like, or anything which has a crowd for it. If like we did not have, as Gaurav Bhaiya said, we did not have a hackathon initially. Like if we have, the Code Club has been established since you see 2015, and 2020 was the first year we had our first hackathon. So that was because people were interested in it. So if you are interested in it, if you're interested in something, we can have an activity. Apart from new activities, what we regularly have are contests, data structure algorithm contests, regular classes for data structures and programming languages as well, beginning with C and C++, and and hackathons and development sessions as well. What programming language is required? As Nishant Bhaiya said, you could go with anything, but if you go with C or C++, it will be helpful, because that is something which will be covered in college as well. So it would help in college as well. Yeah.
Okay, is there anything in the chat to discuss? For beginner, which platform is best?
Let's not answer chat's question right now, guys. Just a request: don't throw your questions on the chat box. Once this finishes, unmute yourself and ask, because it gets difficult and might be your question is ignored and you might feel bad then. Not our fault.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gaurav. So the next question is, I had bio in my class 11 and 12. I have started programming 2 months back. Can I still be a top programmer? See, learning has no foundations and no limits. So it doesn't matter like when you start. It matters how you do, right?
Yeah, and
So
whatever was taught in 11, 12 won't help you much here. Like everyone starts from scratch in college almost. So that won't, like I personally came from not a non-CS background in 11, 12. So it didn't cause me any difficulty.
right. The next question is, can you tell me about how many students went to ACM ICPC regionals or finals? So we have a man, Deepayan, there to answer this. And the second part is
Japan, they are
how,
left, I guess.
No, he left.
okay, no problem. And how many were selected for GSOC? So Damani and Ritvik handle this one.
For ACM ICPC, I guess two teams qualified for the regionals. One of them was around All India rank 37, and one was around 66 or something. And they went till regionals. One of that group has left college. They are pass outs. One is still there, and once we get into CP, you will get to meet them and learn from them. As far as GSOC is concerned, Ritvik, go ahead, man.
So after I've joined college from JU, I know about 4 people or 5 people, like from second year to fourth year. Like I did it in second year, so second year to fourth year, I know 4 people who cracked GSOC. And from IT department, since I've joined, so I am the only one. So yeah. And how's the coding culture in JU? So I guess the placement stats and the people are seniors who are there cracking ACM ICPC, and also that should answer the question which you asked there. So yeah.
Is there any special requirement for joining Code Club? Your eagerness to learn, I guess. I think there is no such
Yeah.
special requirement other than that.
You should be at least 6 feet height. You should have 3 years, 4 noses.
I have already started C language, but seniors said that you must be started with C++. What I do now? Like, who said you that you must start with C++?
C is an abstraction on C mostly. So
You haven't done anything like completely wrong. What do I do now?
yeah.
Yeah, man, you're not out of the track.
Which one? I would love to know which was that senior who told this to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to join JU Code Club. Please add me in a WhatsApp group. Sure, you will be shared the link. How to join the coding society of JU? I am very interested. I'm in department UZ1, IT department UZ1. Okay. So I think this is already been answered. Next, is CP really necessary? Can I crack good placement offers without getting into competitive programming? So this is an interesting question. And Gaurav Damani.
We all have examples of
Okay, so if
None of us does
Amazon,
CP here.
if Amazon, Salesforce, Wells Fargo, and what else? Microsoft, and you see a
And
few other companies.
Adobe.
Yeah, Adobe. If these mean good placements for you, so yes, you can crack.
you
good placements
cannot
without CP.
you cannot get into code nations, that I can say. Other than
Yeah,
that, you have to go.
No,
And you won't even want to go, trust me.
you won't want to go to coordination exactly.
And competitive programming is not a necessity at all. None of us present here are good in competitive programming, I guess.
I told you all earlier, right, that CP is a sport.
Right.
Like it's not something you have to do.
You can do it if you enjoy doing it. You don't have to do it just for getting into
Yeah,
good
exactly.
companies.
If you love having a permanent headache, spending 6 to 8 hours in a coding question and then not being able to solve it, go ahead, man. Like,
Because-
but if you're
because-
successful in it, you could definitely add it in your CV, would
Uh-huh.
increase something, but then not compulsory.
Yeah, there are some things you can do only while in college. Like you can do ACM ICPC while in college, and once you are out of college, you can't apply for it or appear for it. You can do GSOC only when in college. So if you want to do something of this sort, so yeah, you need to put in extra effort, be it CP or development.
Okay. Also, should I focus more on developing programming skills like getting deep into a certain language, or just practice more DS and algo?
Both goes hand in hand, to be honest. Like the more you practice, the more you learn about a language.
Okay, so we have, I think, 2 more doubts left. Which language after C and before Python we have to learn? So
There
he
is
has
no
already
particular
decided that,
order.
yeah, so he has already learned, I think, C, and he has planned to learn Python, and he want in between what we should learn.
For betterment in internships, there's nothing like that. Like you have to know a language to.
You can crack
Because
internship with just one.
you're
You don't need
you're
to know
multiple languages.
Yeah, here Shubham and Devdatta Didi and Gaurav, Shubham and Devdatta Didi are good at Java. Archit is good with Python, and the rest of us do C++. So you can see that there is no particular restriction on language.
One more
In
thing,
fact, the more languages you add, the more trouble you'll be in interviews.
Yeah, exactly.
if you're like very much into coding and want to learn multiple languages, go for both C++ and Java and choose your language according to the question.
Actually, at the end of your second or third year, you need to learn both the languages, like by a curriculum. So you don't need to worry which language you choose first. Whichever you don't choose, you will learn it eventually.
I started Java 1 month ago and learning slowly. Any suggestions for me to do well in competitive coding and GSOC? Cool. Go ahead, Ritvik.
In this session, obviously, like competitive coding or GSOC, nothing could be told like completely to you. So if you started Java, go ahead with Java and learn Java well, learn your data structures well, and then you could, like, we could have a session on both of them with people who are good at it, and we could, we could have it, and you'll get to know more about it. Just keep going with it.
Also, I'd like to mention, since none of you all are interested, but do keep a good CGPA so that that doesn't become a factor when you sit for companies. Like just doing coding and then getting supplies won't make you eligible for sitting on companies.
Yeah, and some people, try and lie about their CGPA when sitting for companies. We have people amongst us as well. So
That's
don't
my
get into
personal
that
opinion.
bit.
Yeah, it's not so difficult to get a good CGPA. So don't ignore that completely also.
Yeah,
Or
we have a
tips for
department. We have a department topper with us. We have
Department topper.
Shubham with us.
Yeah.
We have Shubham with
Both
us.
the batches department toppers is with us.
Actually, we have both departments toppers with you. And we also have people with 4 supplies with us. So
No more jokes.
trust me, you'd
more
like
personal attacks,
to
bro.
get a good
And
CGPA.
don't be under the pretension that you all can clear your supplies later. Like this time happened that because of the pandemic, many people couldn't clear their supplies on time, and that caused a problem in their placement season. So try not to
You
get
could share your
supplies.
experience.
Archit
You
can
could
answer
share your
that.
experience.
I did. I had fever. Okay. I did appear.
People had to do pass otherwise also.
Guys, the conclusion is maintain your CGPA above 8 at least. That
Yeah.
would
Yes.
That's the cutoff, I
Yeah.
think. So,
And also explore different things, like that person was asking about cybersecurity, CP, GSOC. Just explore things in your first year, what you're interested in doing, so that you can carry forward in your second year.
and don't try to be a jack of all trades. Like don't start machine learning, web development, everything together and to in an attempt to write everything in your CV.
Yes.
Yeah. Do something and be good at it.
Yeah,
Don't-
because you need to answer everything the moment you write it on your CV. So knowing everything a little bit won't help much.
I don't think any more question is left in the form. So, like, if anybody has to ask anything, he or she can ask.
You could just unmute yourself and go.
Can you please suggest some YouTube channel or some book for the programming languages, C, C++? Like I'll start doing that.
Geeks for Geeks is the best as far as articles is concerned. It's a website. You could just visit Geeks for Geeks. You could get articles from Hacker Earth.
Yeah, Hacker Earth tutorials are very good.
Yeah.
For DSA, but
also has its channel on YouTube as well. So
I think My Code School is one great channel.
You can use the new.
I know there's a very good playlist on C++.
Cherno C++ is really good. You can
Cherno
go
C++
ahead.
is really good. Like he's a programmer, he's a developer in EA.
He's a game developer.
Yeah, he's a
Can you repeat the name?
It's written on chat. Cherno C++.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not very beginner friendly. Like if you know the basics, you learn the basics from other places first, then you watch this playlist.
If you want a YouTube channel to learn basics, you can go with My Code School. It's really good.
My Code School is
another
good.
thing, this not so popular book I found at Head First Java. So that is also a nice book.
Yeah, Head First Java is by all these Head First books are by O'Reilly, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, another suggestion I would have for you guys is please join LinkedIn and invest some time on LinkedIn, because all the information about what's going on, like which company is offering internship, etc., you'll get through LinkedIn.
Thank
If you're
you.
too much into books, then go with Dennis Ritchie, C, and yeah.
Actually, you should start with some
Manish,
elementary
you have
books.
to discuss.
Then
Right. Do not go with Dennis Ritchie if you do not know C language. Never do that
yeah,
mistake.
like
You are not
Rima
good
That is
with
what
Thareja's
C
my
books
language.
for
senior
beginners.
suggested me. So,
Yeah,
So
but
there's
Yeah.
a book like Let
you
Us
are
See
good.
by Yashwant Kanetkar.
yeah, that would help. That is really helpful.
I think
Okay.
Rima Thareja is better than Let Us See.
Okay.
Okay, any more doubts?
Should I start with DS and I'll go after C?
Yeah,
You
the basic
are told
requirement is
without doing a language. So you have to start
you
with.
have to do the language first, right? Then you can move on with the like DSA skills and all.
Okay, thank
I
you.
have a question actually. Actually, I have a question. That the questions given in CP contests and the questions in coding interviews, are they kind of similar? Like someone doing CP has an advantage, like something like that?
See, CP only increases your capability to solve a problem faster, right? If you are a very good CP programmer, you will solve mathematical problems more faster. But you even if you do not have some strong CP concepts, but you are good with DSA skills, you will also solve the problem. So the interview problems are basically the conceptual checking of your DSA skills, right? But whereas CP is like uh, mixture of maths and skills. So like that. So if you want to do the CP, you can, but it's not compulsory as it is already told in the.
Also, also I want to ask that like is development more important or being good at CP? What like which adds more value to CV? I'm asking
That's
that.
that basically a war between developers and competitive coders. Competitive
But
coders will say that
no, no,
actually
no,
you're
no,
doing
no,
wrong,
no,
and I'll
no,
say
no.
that you are doing wrong.
Genuinely speaking, being a developer myself, I would say if you want to get into good companies, CP is more important.
I have a
Thank you.
question.
So
Yeah.
this is
I
so this always leads to classes.
I have a question.
Discussion always leads to
And
classes.
is also important, guys.
Yeah.
Not
So
that CP is everything.
I got
Yeah, I have a question.
offers only because of my.
basically, I would suggest to keep the balance between two, right? So that would be the
Yeah,
best.
I think you all should prioritize having projects to have having good CP rank.
Yes,
Right.
just imagine you're doing computer science, and in the America you will see that maths majors are doing competitive programming. Competitive
Yeah,
programming is not
exactly.
computer
Yeah.
science.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And you see, there is a lot of hoax around this. You asked this question, right? That is are competitive programming questions asked in coding round?
Yeah,
So
that's something like that.
competitive programming questions are not asked in the coding interviews. They are asked in the coding rounds. I would say, like not
And
exactly competitive
Not even in
programming.
the coding round.
it's
I
you
think
know
only coordination hours.
the
Yeah.
difference between a competitive coder and us is that if we get a question on like binary search, we will take 20 minutes to solve it, and the
They
competitive
will take
coder
5 minutes
will
to
take 2
solve it.
minutes. Yeah,
5 or
but
10 minutes.
when we are giving an interview, we will get 30 minutes to do it, so it doesn't matter.
In interviews, CP doesn't matter. In interviews, good projects matter so that you'll have something to talk about. You'll have something to like
Also,
something which you can be asked questions on.
yeah. And
So,
also training your
I should prioritize on projects more than CP. This is the end
So
point,
not
right?
like,
You know,
like
first,
see, if you listen to us and you don't succeed, then you'll blame us for your failure. So,
Do what you like.
yeah,
Yeah, thanks for the
my
suggestion.
friend did CP and he is ahead of me. No, you do what you like.
The best
you know,
approach is for you to explore. You go and do CP and see if you like it or not. If it's your thing. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it. You can just do with Lead Code and GFG. That's fine. I personally did not do any code course or code chef.
None of us here, I guess. None of us here.
I tried
Like,
many times. I
I
couldn't.
tried my
progress.
best. I have an
Oh,
account,
oh.
but then not my forte.
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
some ideas.
Yes,
Also,
Farooq,
first
come here.
year, like first year, for at least first semester, you all should not think about development as well. You all should just practice DSA and questions, like for that matter.
Yeah, guys, see, chasing
Don't
big
ignore that.
things always leads to doing wrong with the small things. So for when I'm saying small things, I mean the basic concepts of your programming language as well as the DSA skills. These are super important. You can't ignore that and do web development and machine learning, and you don't know how to reverse a linked list. Suppose you don't know how to reverse a linked list and you are doing development sort of thing. So there's no meaning of that, right? So you should focus on your basic concepts more rather than chasing these things. After you are
Yeah.
comfortable with your basic concepts and DSS skills, you can go ahead with these things, right?
See, you have enough time in second year to pursue whichever specialization you want. For first year, at least dedicate it for problem solving, so that just before interview preparation, you all don't get scared that you have to solve 2-3 questions in 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, more than the knowledge of solving the question, peer pressure will kill
It is
you.
important.
You will see better coders around you. So you need to be better than them.
And also keep an eye on the opportunities available off campus as well. Like for second years, like there's plenty of opportunities which many of during our time we didn't know of. But yeah, so try to be aware of what's happening around you.
Yeah, we have a step intern in our junior as well. So
Exactly,
be
yeah.
active. Yeah.
So like in our times, we did not know such a thing existed for second years. But yeah.
Mhm. And we knew, but we did not know that it only takes females. So
That is not officially for this.
okay, sorry.
No, I've
Continue.
heard this like someone told me like Adobe only has females. Is
No,
this true?
there is nothing like
You
that.
don't get
Adobe
to
only
Go
hired.
into it.
Let's not
Wait,
get
wait,
it.
wait, Ritvik and Devdutta, don't.
Let's not get into it.
No, let's not get that. We just want to interact with.
Yeah.
Ananya had a question.
Right. We don't want to fight it.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah,
not
who had a question? You could ask.
Can you share the WhatsApp group link of JU Code Club?
It will be shared. It will be shared.
We haven't created a group for your batch yet. We'll keep it
Right.
posted.
It will be shared, no worries. Next.
Yeah. So seniors, may I interrupt?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure.
Yeah. So I just want to know that do you have any kind of groups or email groups or Google groups or WhatsApp groups anywhere or Facebook community where like you communicate with each other or discuss with each other?
Yes, sir. Everywhere we have a group, sir.
Everywhere.
Facebook, email ID also we have.
That is very good.
Discord, Slack.
We have GitHub. We have Discord.
Discord, Slack, GitHub.
Yeah. So the thing is, why I need to know this one that after this session, I will share their mail IDs. Okay, with all these mail IDs, with all these 6 mail IDs which I have, like the 6 main person who have contacted me for this session. I will share your mail, all the first year's mail ID with you. Okay, please, and I think that is enough. Mail ID is enough. I don't want to share the phone number. If they add themselves in the WhatsApp group, then you have their phone numbers. Okay. So please send a link to them for the WhatsApp and Facebook, whatever it is in the mail. And anything else you need from my side, the seniors?
Marks in semester.
Sorry. Sorry. Marks.
Sir, marks of previous semesters.
Previous semester में marks.
First decide which semester marks you need.
Both semesters would be better.
I think third year needs semester marks and fourth year needs the last semester marks. Actually, I have the marks ready, but the place to upload the marks is not yet ready in the Zoom. Okay. So, okay. Anyway, that's not because the thing is recording and it's not a place to discuss. We can have discussion in somewhere else. Okay. So regarding this event or this induction or anything related to first year, do you want to want to know anything from my side or need any information or anything for your next action?
Not from my side, at least.
Okay, and the first years, if you have any specific questions regarding this seniors and their and their explanations, where I can help you. Of course, they are enough sufficient, I think, for helping you or to help you. So, if
Sir,
you,
sir, I have a question. Is the recording will be available later of this session?
no. Of this particular session, I think it will take time to generate the recording. And once it will generate, I need some time because this is the second day and I am little bit busy with this organizing this all these events. Okay, so as soon as possible, I will upload it in a channel, in my channel actually. Okay, in a YouTube channel, and then I will share the link. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We
After
can share
that,
the PPT if you all want for quick reference.
so you
Yeah,
have,
that would be helpful. That would be helpful.
please send me your PPT, Devdatta.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I can share it in their group. So everybody can have your PPT, and also the video recording is there, which will be uploaded in YouTube and then will be shared with them. And anything else?
Should I learn C before C++?
Should you learn
C language.
C before what? C++.
Yes, sir.
For me, C and C++, like if you learn C and if you don't know C++, it will not affect you. If you know C++ without learning C, actually it is not possible. So to learn C++, the thing whatever you learn for learning C++ is actually C. Okay, right? That coding club members, am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir. Right.
So, like if you learn C and if you don't learn C++, it will not affect you. And if you want to learn C++ directly, then without whatever you will learn, actually those things are actually C++ and some few more things. That's all. So if you learn both, then you can discriminate between C and C++. If you don't learn both, you don't know the differences. That's I can say. Anything else?
Hi, I have a question for the seniors. How difficult or different will be the preparation for ACM ICPC? Does it need to be anything special or?
Yeah, actually, if you want to go for the ACM ICPC, you will have to be special, right? Because because you do have only 4 years, right? And you can take part in each year, but after you are graduated from college, you can not take part in the ACM ICPC. So you will have to be really, really good in the competitive programming part, and there are plenty of resources available online over the internet and with us as well. We do have some CP members who can guide you well regarding these things. And yeah, if your question was just that, do you need to be a special? So yeah, the short answer is yes, you need to be a special and you need to be really good with competitive programming if you want to go for the ACM ICPC.
Thank you.
Bhaiya, I want to know that just in what depth should I learn Java before going for DSA?
Okay, so Devdatta, please, can you take on this one? Hello.
Devdatta, are you there? I think she left.
Okay, so I'll answer that.
Yeah.
So basically, there's no fixed measure of what depth you need to learn it in. You need to be comfortable with the syntax, and then you could start solving questions. And you don't need to know everything for starting it. Once you start, you will get to learn new things, and you could build on it, right? So just go with the syntax and start solving problems, and start learning new things with good articles. Build on your skill set.
Okay.
So first years, the one thing is that next day I will give you one link for whole for 4 sessions. Please accept the invitation and then join the meeting so that acceptance link. Okay, else like that something happened last day and I don't want to like I don't want that same thing happen again. So please accept the invitation before joining. Every time asking for entry is not possible for us to click entry and giving permission each and every second. So do whatever you need to do for having a free entry to the session. Okay. And regarding the competition or the challenges, I said that will be because the next day you have only 4 sessions, and that is 30 minutes of each session specifically has been designed. Not like today, it was like time cannot be decided for today's session. So that's why it is like too late. Tomorrow it will be exactly 2 hours session, and after that I will give you the challenges. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So I know that you have many queries to ask to the seniors, and it will be a never-ending process asking queries to the seniors. Even now, I have queries for my seniors. So please keep your queries, and to clear those queries in the latter platforms, whatever they will provide you, the seniors will provide you, and wait for the time being until they provide you those platforms to clear your doubts. Okay, the first years, and it will be better that you are in the like in a physical situation where you can meet them. But since it is not possible, I can understand your situations and your excitement. Hopefully, it will be ended soon. So anything from the senior? Do you want to say the last few words?
Yeah, so I will go for the first years. Like for you all guys, I do have a suggestion that this year will be like this is the first year of your college life, and remember, after these 4 years, this life is not coming back to you, right? These years will not be coming back to you. So utilize your first year. Do explore some things around what you get in your college. You do get a lot of opportunities, lot of different fields there is to explore out. So don't miss out on these opportunity. Be confident about what you are trying to do, and yes, best of luck to everybody.
And also have fun. Like it's not much difficult to like have fun and do all these things. So yeah, enjoy your college life, especially first year.
And try to keep your marks beyond means more than 8 point, so
Yes.
that you will have good campusing possibilities or options in your hand. And one best approach, having your CGPA more than 8, is like perform well in the lab and in the class test. These two are the main point I will say. Of course, semester exams matters, but if you work well in these two places, they will really help you to get good marks in the or in the CGPA. That I feel like from my experience or from my analysis. Okay, like if you get if you get 30 or near 30 in class test, and if you have like more than 85 or 90 in the sessionals, then to get good marks in the written subjects, it's very easy. That I hope. I don't know about the students or the your seniors, what they have or what kind of feedback they have. So anyway, so by this note, I want to close this session, and I will try to manage some platform where you can clear your doubts with the help of your seniors. Okay. So thank you, seniors, for giving me your time and helping your juniors. And thank you once again. So see you
Thank you,
again
sir.
in the, if possible, in the campus.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir. Thanks for providing
Yeah.
the opportunity. It's been an honor.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Looking forward to interacting with you guys later.
Yeah. Mhm.